And the Democrats have to find that guy.
They need a message, and then you find you find the messenger. No, but that's how it worked for Trump.
That's the worst thing. The Democrats always say, message, message. Yeah, first of all, they did, and they don't like it. Second of all, they don't give a shit. It's not about the message.
Bill Maher brought on Chris Cuomo onto his podcast, the Club Random Podcast, and Bill Maher is really going after the woke left. They're really not liking it either, including Chris Cuomo. Bill Maher is going absolutely scorched earth on the woke left, and he's having a complete 180 in his viewpoints on many different things, including Donald Trump. Chris Cuomo gets mad at Bill Maher here for saying that Bill Maher, or that the Democrats, Bill Maher is saying that the Democrats should find someone like Donald Trump, and the Democrats do not want to hear that because that is their arch nemesis. That is literally their nightmare. Is Donald Trump. So let's get into this clip here where Bill Maher and Chris Cuomo go at it over the Democrats finding someone like Donald Trump if they want to win.
Just understanding that always lean in to being more who you are. The people are not savvy about issues, but they smell a phony a mile away. And that kind of shit, nobody else does it. You know, there's a couple of times when look, I've been his biggest critic for good reason. And when he got reelected, I said, I'm not going to pre-hate anything. And then the first week I said, well, there's lots of things I hate because I do. Okay, there's some things I don't hate also, but the way he can do that and sometimes kind of make me go, oh man, I got to give it up. Like when he did that thing where the guy came in from the Taliban and he said, this is an aerial picture of your house. If during our withdrawal, one American is hurt, just know I know where you live. I was like, oh, can we just play the music now? Because I don't care. It's Donald Trump and he's the worst person ever, blah, blah, blah. I fucking love that. One time they were doing something was going on with, and he said, you know what? When you come after New York, you got to go through me. It's like, oh, hometown boy. You know, he has those moments that no other politician has. And the Democrats have to find that guy.
They need a message, and then you find the messenger. No, but that's how it worked for Trump.
That's the worst thing. The Democrats always say, message, message. Yeah, first of all, they did, and they don't like it. Second of all, they don't give a shit. It's not about the message. Trump changes his message from day to day. Tariffs everywhere. Tariffs nowhere.
Those are policy
it doesn't
decisions.
Matter. But they don't care about policy. They don't understand it. His message is, I'm me, I'm strong, and I'm daddy. You know, they're on this daddy thing, you know, and people want a daddy. You know, Tucker Carlson, that whole thing, you've heard that thing about daddy came home and you need a spanking. I'm like, this is getting a little weird, Mrs. Robinson. You know, daddy, but you know what? That's what works, and that's what people respond to. They don't know the issues. They don't know the facts. And they have no interest in learning about them. They're like an animal. They're instinctive. Like, I smell fear or I smell alpha. And they smell alpha. And Democrats have to come up with an alpha. And it's not Tim Walz.
No, probably.
I don't know if it's necessarily that it's alpha or beta type situation. I think it's more like authentic versus liar type situation. And that's why Donald Trump was able to run away with the election, because he is one of, if not the only presidential candidate that is not a phony, that is actually authentic. He's one of the only ones, if not the only one. You know, and that's a fact. That's why. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think like the alpha thing plays into it, where you're showing a member of the Taliban his house and saying if any American is touched on our withdrawal, like that type of stuff. Yeah, that's cool. People love that. But I think more of it is just the fact that he's completely authentically himself. You know, I think that is the main reason why people love him so much. That's why I like him so much, you know, because it's charming to finally, and it's refreshing to finally have someone, a politician, who can just be themselves, you know, not have to lie, you can tell like most of these politicians, they literally only say things because they know that it's what you want to hear, you know, that's literally why they say anything ever, is just to get votes. And it's just tiring. It's exhausting. It's a breath of fresh air for someone like Donald Trump to come in and not be that, be the opposite, be completely authentically himself. I think that's what it is.
Probably not.
And it's not Tim, the other Tim who ran.
Kane?
Tim Kane. These are not alphas. It's like this thing of like, let's get a woman and then a docile man who's in every commercial where he's the asshole while mom takes care of business. That's not a message that makes the tribe go, who is strong? Who's strong? Who's strong? Tim Walz. No. Org, give me rock. I need to kill myself because Tim Walz. That you gotta appeal to people at a sort of post-civilization stage where we're kind of at on a primal level. You just do. And Trump does it better than anybody.
Trump does. And he started with a rejection principle. What took him from being a joke to being a messenger was two things. One that was really missed in the media. And I was just fortunate to be covering the rallies, so I saw it sooner. We forgot how powerful celebrity is in the American psyche. And that Trump being a TV star, see, I never saw him as a TV star because I've just known him my whole life.
Not just a TV star, but one who played a boss.
Yes. And that apprentice is really everybody wanted to be him. Now, maybe not certain aspects of his personality, but the money, the power, the agency. So they missed that. But when he really turned was, I know who you hate and I know what you hate because they all come to me. And I hate them too. And I will make them pay. Yeah. The idea that Trump was ever selling himself as a cure is bullshit. He was selling himself as a virus. I will get into the political corpus and I will make it sick. And that is what sustains him, is that when the media comes after him for something, people are like, yeah, but you're kind of part of what I hate. And he's fighting what I hate. Oh yeah, but he's this and that. That's what you say. But you're like that too. Everybody is, and the people who you like are like that too, but you're only going after him.
I totally understand their hate. A lot of what they hate, I hate too.
Yeah, I get it.
But I just won't go, but I also have a rational mind.
Yes.
So I don't go all the way to then this is, because it is worse to me.
Right.
What, if you don't really believe in the secession of power, if you don't really believe in the emergency of climate change, I can't get on board with you. But yeah, the political instincts, the connection with people. I mean, people are always saying, I'm saying, it's my editorial this Friday about Republicans being North Korean with their leader. But why? The reason why that they're so afraid of him is that they know he has a connection. If you're a congressman, a senator, he has a connection with my voters that I do not have.
Nope. He will beat you.
I do not have that connection.
He will primary you, and more often than not, you will lose. And that's, if all you're about is keeping power, that's all you need to be kept in check.
So that's why every Republican is like, you're the alpha that like animals do.
The inflection moment for me, and this was like, probably, I don't know, right now is a little bit of a competition with how the Democrats are handling this. But when I heard people on TV suggest that he hadn't been shot at and that the bullet didn't hit him.
Oh, I did that bit in my special. It's so ridiculous.
It was so, I was like, wow, they've really lost the fucking plot. This guy just got shot in the head. I called him. I was so embarrassed by how he handled it.
He did not get shot in the head, Chris. He got nicked in the ear.
Listen, if it was your ear, you'd say, I got shot in the head.
He did not get shot in the head. If he had, this country would probably be in a civil war right now.
I know. Thank God it didn't happen.
Thank God.
But I got to tell you, if it's me and that bullet grazes my ear.
Oh, I agree.
You hear the full story of someone tried to kill me and you'd never see me again because I would have never continued running. That was way too close. That guy gets up, pumps his fist, bleeding down the side of his head, and the Democrats say maybe it's fake. That's when I think they really lost the plot.
Conspiracy theories are, I mean, yes, they're probably...
Yeah, people's brains break, man. And it's miraculous. Bill Maher has made a miraculous recovery, okay? Like, he legitimately made a miraculous recovery. The guy was part of these people where their brains are broken. He was a part of that, his brain was broken. and he did make a miraculous recovery. It doesn't happen often, but their brains, like whenever it comes to Donald Trump, it's the craziest thing ever. The logic just goes out the window. Like their logic is just completely gone when Donald Trump's name gets brought up. It's crazy. Like people who seem entirely reasonable will just randomly just lose it. Just lose it. It's the wildest thing ever, man. But it is crazy. Like, I'm not going to lie. I did have a thought that maybe the assassination attempt could be faked, because like the first thing that I thought was like, Donald Trump is an absolute genius. Okay. Like he's a genius when it comes to marketing and everything. So I was thinking, it would be the fact that he like immediately got up and started pumping his fist saying fight, 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 everything like that. I was like, it might not be the craziest idea ever that Donald Trump would, fake that. But then when you look into it more, like when we found out that people in the background got shot and killed, innocent people, then you start to think like, okay, I don't think he would do that, right? I don't think he would go that far. Like if he was going to fake it, he wouldn't have used a real bullet that can kill people behind him, right? Like he wasn't going to do that. He would just have like fake blood on his ear and fake gunshot noises, but people actually died. And once I heard that, I was like, okay, that theory's put to bed, right? He didn't fake it. It was real. But way after, to this day, a lot of Democrats will tell you that was faked and staged, even though people died. And it's crazy because they'll even laugh at the people who died in the back. And, Destiny does that all the time, where he'll just laugh at people who were attending the rally and that got shot and that got killed. Destiny has doubled and tripled down on that. And it's just crazy. Bill Maher has come out the other side, and he's realized the lunacy that the left is, especially when Donald Trump's name gets brought up. Like their brains just break. It's the most insane thing ever, man. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about what Bill Maher has been saying about Donald Trump, saying that the left needs a Donald Trump. Never did I thought I'd see Bill Maher say that, ever. Let me know in the comments though what you guys think about this whole Bill Maher versus Chris Cuomo debate here.